paramedic is performing CPR on a known gang member. Standing behind her, another gang member yells, "If he dies, you die." Across town, a police officer is called to a major car accident. And as he holds the dying victim's hand, he realises she's the daughter of his best friend. Earlier today, a firefighter has been called to rescue not a cat, but a seagull that has become entwined in the branches of a really tall tree. These are the true stories of our everyday heroes who work tirelessly to keep us safe. And although they love their jobs, it often comes at a cost. They have higher health problems and rates of suicide compared to other occupational groups. And we don't know a lot about how first responders deal with the stress of their work, because it's not just the trauma in their jobs, they also face significant workplace stress. So in my research, I took a qualitative approach and I used grounded theory methods to interview 25 participants, first responders and some psychologists and chaplains who support them, to ask the research question: how do first responders deal with the complexities of this type of work to manage their well-being? And what I found is that first responders often feel called to the emergency services. They're there because they want to make a difference and they want to help people, but they face consistent organisational and other barriers that stop them from feeling effective in their jobs. Barriers like unsupportive managers. One participant said to me after telling her boss about a really traumatic day she'd had, his response was, "Well, if you can't stand the heat, you better get out of the kitchen." And it just traumatised her further. But when first responders had access to these key specific tools and resources, they could overcome these barriers and continue to feel effective in their jobs. Lots of tools were reported to me when I interviewed participants, but the two that struck out and reported by most people I interviewed were working with good co-workers and working with collegiality. And good co-workers were people who were there for a similar reason, also to help people and to make a difference. It wasn't just a job to them. And collegiality happened when first responders worked together as a united front. They trusted each other and didn't compete against each other. Like when a police station chose to support a local charity, and it gave everyone a common focus. Overall, in my research, I think Nietzsche's famous words provide a really good summary of what I've found, which is, he who has a why can bear almost any how. And so I found a way to recommend specific interventions and a way to give first responders the tools to help them feel effective in achieving their why, and to know, even on their darkest days, how they are making a difference. Thank you.